well, loaded the last one up. It's not being produced in high def. It's just too long for me to cope with that. Anyway, both players landed on this penalty money space. Now, if this guy gets a $3,000 hit or something, he's going to lose his last program, and that's the game. So we go to green. And a sponsorship that's going to give him piles of money. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Sounds like $7,000. And this is the problem. If you don't have a lot of programming left, and it's hard to get a lot more programming in this game. It's hard to gain money. You're not going to get much money. So you're not going to be able to get more programming. So, right now, this guy's in sort of a dominating position. If he can just play it out and keep attritioning Red's shows, if it ends up going to the long game, he wins. On the other hand, if he kills this, he wins. So it's a pretty powerful position at this point. Is it enough? Well, there is still enough luck in the game that you can never be sure. It's not like Monopoly, where you're in an absolutely hopeless position. If you get into, you don't have a property set and the other guy's got everything. So it's hard to make a decision that you want to surrender, as it were. So a $2,000 bid by red, or by green, will get them something since they landed. And they'll buy something. What are they going to buy? They're going to buy a longish show. It's a special. Those are always useful. Might be able to kill even the biggest of shows. I've got a number of them though over there. Alright, let's see. What is this? This is something they don't know about yet, which is big. That'll help. Of course, that kills Carol Burnett in terms of being able to help, but that's okay. Another $3,000, and this is in a bulletin. Holiday season increases effectiveness of all specials. Add 1 to the rating dice rolls of all specials during the next rating war. And that's just in play until the next rating war. Yeah, this is on the ties. I don't think we've had one. Another 3,000 for him. And no Emmy. Now this is what's weird. For both players, they have the money to throw the plus 10 bonus in. It's almost imperative for this guy, in the sense that, hey, if there's any chance I might lose, I had better play my 5,000 bucks. But for this guy, it's a little harder. I don't know what he's got up here. If I win, then it certainly doesn't matter that I pay the $5,000 extra. But if I don't win, and it didn't, and it didn't matter, and it wouldn't matter if I don't win, right? Because he has only got one show up here. That $5,000 becomes kind of questionable because I'm only targeting one show. So maybe I could do better by using that money to build up my programming lineup, playing a safer game. It's hard to tell. Emmy chance. Do a bulletin. Long-term contract. Any opponent's attempt to steal a star from you is voided if you play this card. The player also loses the opportunity to steal a star from another player if you block his attempt. Now, like I said, these are potentially face-up. I've played them as if they're face-up all along. Look through the blank page. So you land on it, you read it aloud and follow the directions. And it doesn't talk about any sign that you'd hide any of these. So this is now known. And that's okay. It's a known protection that, you know, nobody else can touch his stars without burning that card through first. Whether or not they should be secret, I don't know. But it doesn't seem like the rules indicate that at all. And we hit our ratings war. And what is our effect here? All specials get a bonus for the holiday. This is, yeah, it's even in the right one. So that's going to make specials a little bit more interesting. We'll see what people line up. Well, we know what he's got lined up. We just don't know what it is. He's got no option in the matter except whether or not to pay the $5,000. Now, here's the thing. I'm sitting on a pretty good total, so I'm not going to spend the $5,000. The timing on that $5,000 is kind of questionable. Do you know that somebody else is paying it? I've always kind of played that, yeah, you know, if somebody puts it down, everybody else has an opportunity to advertise as well. But if nobody advertises, they can all kind of sit back. But maybe you want to do that secretly along with the setup. Let me try to figure out what the first player's doing, whether or not he thinks he can kill this thing. Now, I'm pretty sure he can't, but he may throw away some good shows trying. So here's how we're going to open this up. I'm going to spend the $5,000 to try to kill him. How certain do I feel about this? 90, 122, right? This is plus 32. 122, and I know what I'm facing in terms of stars. This could easily be higher, so I feel like I'm forced to spend my $5,000 as well. I know he's got specials, and indeed he set these up because he's got two different specials in place. And we'll roll that special. It's at +1 on the die roll. I put 2 to give me 2 shots at killing whatever he has. Doesn't really matter what he has. I want to finish him off. Of course, I might be throwing away 2 shows. 580. This is gone. Actually, 85 with the network news. And both sides are at +10. And here another special. This guy's an extra +5 though. He's going to be at 127. It's going to be hard to beat. I need to roll a 12. And I do not. This slot is fair and open though. All we know is what showed up in it, which is Miami Lice, which this would have killed as well. That Sleigh House 90 is pretty devastating. And I'm kind of thinking, geez, maybe I should have saved my money to face that. This goes away. And we keep going. And this could actually end up quite a long game with something like this holding the lead spot as the protection on a player. But an Emmys award in the wrong place or something. This guy can always throw away bad crap knowing that this is all that's there. If he ever has to start facing, if Red starts picking up more programs, he has to start facing those hard decisions again, which kind of randomize the game. But right now, he's got a lot of knowledge as to whether or not he can beat something. Specials, you never know with specials. Red gets to steal a program. Now this again is of Green's choice, and he wants to look for what his worst thing is. He's going to give David Frostbite away instead of the shorter, but again, potent Miami Lice. He doesn't want to give up good scoring shows. This thing will probably be meat to whatever it faces. Guess I'll keep rolling. Now that I'm on video again, I was going to take a break here after the ratings war, but he gets to steal a program too. Well, there goes David Frostbite back. That's not bad. These are always such a risk though, because they cut out your opportunity to play your own bonuses that you've kind of, you know, been playing to get into play. Just to use the word play as much as possible in one sentence. Alright, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's $6,500. As long as you've got a good load of programs, you've got a chance of making good money, but there's no assurances out there. Steal a star, there's no one to steal. An Emmy would have been a potentially killer blow here. Talent agency. Do I want another star out there? No, I don't have the money to bid on it. I'm not allowed to. I couldn't even bring it out if, you know, somebody else, say, wanted me to. There's no trading or deals in this game. And that's why I say it's not at all like Monopoly. Monopoly is all about this, not just trading, but this particular type of trading that no other game really allows. Okay. Green, well, $1,000. That's the minimum you're allowed to bid. I'll get me a longish show. I'll take a drama. And it's a special. Always a good thing to have. Very little chance of anything changing in this game. Now, I do have the opportunity to bring up another star here. I don't feel like it's a good idea. Even if I might be wasting the other guy's money, I might end up spending my $3,000 and getting screwed. You're really behind the 8 ball when you're in this kind of position. Low money, not a lot of stuff. The other guy feels like he can control the whole game. Pay $2,000 to lobbyists for VCR tax. That works fine. Emmy shot. Now we're on another ratings war. And there's things we're not seeing, you know. The Super Bowl hasn't come out yet. The preemption hasn't happened yet. The news thing sometimes disappeared in this game. That's kind of interesting. All right, well, we know what's going up there. We just don't know what it's worth. And again, maybe we want to take multiple shots at killing it. Let's look at what our points are. This could be lousy, so it might be worth risking Miami Lice against. Like, even if it's mediocre. Anything but Miami Lice, though, I'm just really throwing a single special against it. I'm going to roll on odds. I'll put Miami Lice against it. I'm a little iffy about doing that. Because if this is anything positive, I lose. So it's at best 50-50. I'll say I'll do it on... Well, what if it's negative? It might take me down about 20 points, 70. This isn't going to necessarily beat that. So, yeah. I'll say I'll optimize my chances because I get more shows that get to attack it and try to finish this on a 1. Alright, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put this kind of short special in place. I'll throw David Frostbite down here because he doesn't hurt anything. I don't have anything to play against him. Right away we see this. That's going to be hard to beat. It's 119. I got to roll a 12 because at 11 will just give me 115. Except I certainly was going to pay my 5,000 for an attempt to kill it. Okay. Nope. And my special goes away. And in a sense, maybe that 5,000 was a bad idea. But if this was a minus and I rolled poorly on the special, I still could come out beating it if I put that 5,000 in. The reason it's kind of iffy is I'm only getting a bonus on one show for a lot of money. You know, a star is clearly better than that because a star comes across more than once. But, I don't know. Another bulletin. Late Night Talk Show tops the ratings. Collect $2,000. We'll take a break. Computer crashed, probably too much heat on the GPU, but I had to restart the video. Hopefully it'll all work out. Anyway, Green ended up on a viewer's views. These can't really hurt him. They can only help him because he's facing a smaller lineup. So, you know, he can put lousy shows at the end. And again, people don't mind. They'll watch whatever you put on. And Red hit a fine, only $1,000, but it's money he can't afford to get rid of. He needs some cash. And another bulletin. Long-term contract. An opponent's attempt to steal a star can be blocked. Same situation. No star though here. So there's no way. A show. Here's the problem. I don't have the money. This guy can outbid me on whatever I put up. I may want to put something small up, though, to help keep myself alive. So I think I'm going to take a 30-minute sitcom, put it up, bid $1,000 on it, and we're going to really, you know, how much is this worth? It's probably worth about $2,500. We'll go to $3,500 right off the bat. Do you want to blow your whole wad on this? And chances are no. So he's got to pay a lot. It's not a very good show. It's not going to make much from sponsorship, but that's okay. You know, it's worth paying $4,000 to buy a big long show. $3,500 to prevent a little one from getting in his hands. That might be worthwhile too. Don't get the money out of here, so nothing basically happens. Now, you know, that's enough money to play with. It's not out of the realm that I might get something valuable or drain him of money, one or the other. Except there's another sponsorship. He's getting pretty lucky with these. Looks like $7,000. And there's so much luck as to, you know, whether you land on these. Also, it won't help him much. He's only got 3 slots, $1,500. Yeah, that's nice, but he does have a nice show, though. Is it enough? We know what he's sitting on. He's sitting on 100 points. Can it break 100? Well, on my side, that's not going to help. I could throw a special up against it, but that's kind of risky. There isn't much else that's going to help me. We'll probably end up paying the $5,000 just to threaten him enough that he feels he has to. The problem here is, we know what's going there. But what I kind of want to do is throw this loser sitcom up here with this. Great, that's fine. And then try to kill it with this special. Now, I'm not going to be able to do that because I don't have anything to put in this slot. But I could put the special here and then look for something lousy. But I can't fit this in. I'd have to put Miami Lice in. I'll do that. And I'll give it the lousy rating. It doesn't hurt to do that. Gets rid of the rating. No risk. Does mean I'm losing this biggie if I don't get a good roll. I'll put my 5,000 in. He's got to decide. Does he want to risk it? He doesn't know that it's a special. It could be a 90-point monster. I don't know though, because Shoe Gun was already out, and I think that's the only big 120 minute. Odd, I'm gonna put the 5,000 up. I decide not to. So we're looking at plus 15 for the bonuses versus 100. A good roll could win this. That's not a good roll. So basically the money and this big show are both burned. And at the same point we reveal Miami Lice. And it's getting to be a tired old show. Needs some new blood or something. But keeps him alive, and he's still got a pile of cash on hand. He figured, hey, I gotta take some chances, you know. I'm behind. Well, now it's not so clear that I'm terribly behind. I know some of this crap. I don't know these though. I know Miami Lice. I don't know about the other stuff. Got a chance at a movie. These can be killer, but $10,000, that's like probably more than I have anyway, so I'm not going to pay that kind of money. These can be killer because they can get you through your lineup, and they can trash good stuff. Of course, the other guy could throw up crap, but then you don't have, if you think the other guy's throwing up crap, you don't have to put that movie. You don't have to slate it. And now we're to another ratings war. And again, we know what he's got, and we don't have what can beat it. Let's take a quick look at what we do have. So this is probably the cheapest thing we can pair against it, and then we can put some crap up here, and we just take the loss. Given that the special didn't beat him and he didn't put the money in it, we're not putting the money in ourselves. And we can see green's beginning to get cut back by this one amazing show. And that's a real problem. One good show can run you the game. Of course, when you only have one show, you're facing the danger of something like that. I could put up more shows. I don't know what this is. I feel like I need to. Unfortunately, there's a lot of money here now. $7,000. But my stuff mainly doesn't match up. I don't need big stuff. Little stuff will do. Let's take a 30-minute action show. The type doesn't really matter, just the length at this point. How high am I willing to go on that? I think it's worth the 25. I think it's worth 2,000. Let's see if he'll go 2,500. He's not. I'm not sure why not. You know, actually, he is interested. He's got this. He's going to at 2,500. Question is, will he go to 3,000? It's going to break into his money. He's really interested in this. 4,000. You know, let me roll again because, yeah, he's going to back down. 3,500 is a lot of money at this point, and chances are this isn't very good. And it is not. But it gives a place to hide, to burn this bad rating. And that's why he needed it. Quick find. Another show. Well, we burn more money, but this time we can get away with 2,500 real easy. So let's do that. 2,500 seems like a good amount to pay on a 90-minute show. Yeah, that's a pretty good show. Still not enough to face his big guy, though. He gets a shot. So you want to just try to push more shows out? Sure, why not? 2,500 on a big show. He'll spend without question. Another decent show. Baseball playoffs coverage gives you an opportunity to plug network shows. If you pay $1,000, you may advance your token to the nearest viewer's views, draw one, and then choose whether or not to take it. Well, that's pretty cool. A viewer's views could fix a lot of my issues, because I don't have any bonuses. I want that one. And now I pretty much know he's got at least a positive one there. I don't get to keep my money. Let's take. Okay, green got a roll, ended up on a bulletin. Bidding rights for the Super Bowl. Now the Super Bowl is weird. Let's see if we can find the rules for it in this mess. And yes, the rules are. Okay. So it's going to be played only on the 8 to 9 time slot. During February sweeps, and it'll automatically win. But then the owner loses it and it goes back up to bid to anybody. Now, given that I landed on it, I'm going to open my bidding at $2,500, which he cannot match, and get myself the Super Bowl. It seems worthwhile because that is going to kill anything in that 8 to 9 time slot, but only in February. And we'll see what red does. Chance at a movie. If I roll a 2, I can get one. Chance for more shows, 2,500. Here's the problem. I lose my 5,000 bid bonus. However, I'm not going to be able to kill Sleigh House the way things are. So I'll pay $2,500 for another show. 90 minutes. I might as well go for the big guys. Oh, that's not going to help. Just because they help me out when I hit the sponsorship. You can claim for your own network $1,000 for any canceled program of another network canceled in the next ratings war. Now, a canceled program is usually pretty lousy, but padding your ownership is of some value. So, you know, your portfolio of programs. So almost anything's worth $1,000, even a crappy program. It may save something good, and you could grab a crappy big program that way, which might win you some sponsorship value. And again, the money's down to just about nothing. You almost always just end up running it down because it's so valuable. This could be very helpful. Oh, no, it's very harmful. So now both my shows have a problem. Of course, the other guy doesn't know that, but he's out to kill, it seems. Steal a star. That's going to kill the long-term contract and nothing else. Well, if I roll a 2. Another show. I might as well blow my $2,500 and grab another one. That money isn't really helping me. And I can grab another 90-minute show. It's a big special. That's cool. Well, now I can get something for $1,000. There's nothing left but 60-minute shows. Oh, it's Perry Amazing. Critics' Choice. Ooh, that's not good. How's my other one? Not bad. I can probably put that down towards the end of my ratings, although he's beginning to get a whole schedule here. And that means we're sort of playing the full game again. 2, 3, 4. I'll take only $2,000. I'll spend the rest of it grabbing myself another show. Possible Academy Award. And that's the thing, there's room, you know, if those ratings don't come up, if the sweeps don't come up, there's room for you to come back in this game. another property. $1,000 for draws. Oh, Star Trek. Academy Award. I have no money, except I just came around here and I should have collected it. I didn't grab the money. I was on the Emmys there. So there is some slight chance I could get a movie, and I would certainly want it for $2,000 or $3,000, even though it's only a one shot. And now we're on the February sweeps, and I know what's going in the 8 to 9 slot is going to beat me. As it has the money to promote anything. The network news bonus doesn't mean anything with the Super Bowl. And Perry Amazin filled that slot nicely. I know one thing dies to it. That's fine. But now I go into here with the lead-in of +5, and I've got the West Virginian at 85, 107 versus Dipper. You know, Dipper goes away. So we're still looking at 107 as we get down to here. And Sleigh House 90 is going to be knocked out by that. And there goes Carol Burnett too. Now, this only works on opposing players' shows. So I have to knock a show off for this to work. And unfortunately for me, even Love That Slob is not bad enough to lose to nothing. Oh, I threw it where it shouldn't go. And that puts the Super Bowl back up for auction. The player who had it last, I think, gets to bid first on it. Nope. The past owner cannot bid on it. Which means this guy gets to buy it for $1,000. And it's clearly worth buying, but it's not gonna, it only works in the February sweeps. So it's not gonna be a regular, winner. And you can see my lineup's not too good outside of when I have the Super Bowl. Talent agency. Well, at this point, my long-term contract, another advantage is I'm going to pay $1,500 and grab myself a star. And I get Flirt Reynolds. That's pretty good. Alright, Red gets some cash. 2-4. That's only $2,000. He doesn't have much of a programming lineup left anymore. Oh, I think the Super Bowl actually counts for that. It sure should. Okay, now somewhere, what am I looking for here? Sponsor. I gotta find the space. It's really hard to find all the different spaces in this because they're all just enumerated and not in any easy order. This thing is just ridiculous. It's obviously a misprint, but and you have to look this up when you're playing too. Unless you're absolutely used to the game, you're going to be constantly looking crap up. Let's see what we got. For each half hour of programming exception, it's not eligible. The preemption tile is not eligible. So the Super Bowl is. So that's another $1,000 for me. So that helps. And since I got the Super Bowl for $1,000, and it'll always cost $1,000 from now on in a two-player game. of viewers' views. And not a very good one. But as things stand, it looks like I'm likely to have padding that the other guy won't be able to fill. Possible Emmy, those could be dangerous, remember? Let's take a as we push forward. Green got a failed Emmy. $3,000 coming around here, but hey, I can put a minimal. I can put an equal to the other guy's bid, grab myself a star, and I get Larry Hangman. Cool. No money collected because of the strike. And another ratings war. Got any cards that affect this? Get this one. And that's about it. I can't use the Super Bowl because it's November. So I'm stuck with basically two shows. Neither one's fantastic. If I put my star with the one, I got a chance at doing it. I'm going to randomize where I put these, and then the other guy is going to more or less try to figure out, do I have a way of guaranteeing that I hit both of them with a good show? Because if I can knock them both out with a good show, I'm in pretty good shape. Does he know about both of these? I think so. I've got him face up, which indicates he should. I know a lot was revealed recently, but it strikes me as kind of strange. Maybe these were both face down because they both seem kind of odd. Anyway, what he wants to do is get one hell of a big show running from 8:30 to 9. If he, a good value show. And he's got a good value show in Miami Lice. He's also got one in the West Virginian, either of which could maybe blow it out of the water. Another alternative would be, to put a big show here and a big show here. Let's see what we got here. We got this, which is a penalty, so we're going to be using Flirt Reynolds here to boost one of our shows the best. If we can get something that runs from 8 to 9, that's even better. It's guaranteed to hit both of his. I get the best network news bonus. The problem? This guy's got enough money to push his shows up, and he's probably going to be paying. If my first show can't beat him, I don't want to risk my good Miami Lice, and I don't really have anything else there. I'm going to put a sacrifice up here if I can't knock him out, because that probably means I didn't knock out whatever's in this slot. There's a possibility that his top show beats my top, and I would have beaten him here. I didn't go for that, which means I'm not going for the ultimate in killer potential here. Well, Star Trek is an easy kill there. Okay, and then we go down to here, and we're looking at 115 points to 50, 60, 70, 80, and that is the end of the line. But is it all over yet? No. Because the Super Bowl comes with a special bonus. If you have no other shows, but you have the Super Bowl, you get to stay in the game until the next rating war. If you don't have anything else, even if it's a February sweeps, you lose. But as long as you have something, you can still stay in the game. And this didn't have any effect, but it's gone. Pile of money gone, which means I'm probably not going to be able to buy anything else, but who knows. Talent agency, I could buy another talent for $1,000. The problem with that is, if I buy that, he could get some programming, so I'm not going to put it up. I'm not going to put anything up. I want him to die as quickly as possible. And he sure doesn't want to buy a star with his $1,000. Possible Emmy. We're almost done with these, so it's actually possible this game might not end in a kill if a couple more of those are drawn. And there's one more. It's not over yet. It's not over until somebody has to draw one and doesn't. Television show. You know, I've got to get something out there. I'm going to put this out and I'm going to bid $1,000 on it. They'll go to 1,500 just to kill it away, just so I don't get that. But that means the next show I get, and it's not much of value. But I'm hoping to get to a ratings war. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there it is. Super Bowl doesn't save me. I had it left at the end of the last ratings war, but I have no programming for this one, whether or not it was February sweeps. So it's over. Green won this one. It's not a lot I learned from it by playing it solo. I was hoping maybe to get a little bit more insight into why the game appeals to me. Maybe I did. You know, I had a little bit more time to think about it and to think about the fact that I kind of like games where you set up a line of things secretly and compare them to someone else, but that generally only works well in an actual opposed game. It's just not that much fun to secretly line up and compare things when you're playing solo, because you're basically making little mechanisms to make that work. Anyway, I'll be back with a review.